in the text, so you could send a dick gif, dude. Just taking
like
dick pic game to a whole new level.
The slow jerk? Do you reckon anyone would be going for that?
Yeah, but the soft meat slow jerk.
So it's like hard for a second, one pump, wait for it to go soft, and then one pump.
I don't think gifs go for that long.
Montana's going to be flipping out that I brought up the slow jerk again.
Every episode has me.
You're going to get like an angry phone call.
So I've got a friend that's my same age, so 28 years old, and I was at his house the other night and we were talking about Tinder. He's like, yeah, I just haven't been like getting many matches recently. So he went onto his Facebook page and changed his age from 28 years old to 24 years old.
Wow.
Because a lot of, I suppose, the younger girls are like, fuck that, I don't want to date a 28-year-old. So they set that age limit to like 24 or 25.
That's fucking diabolical.
So he thinks he's just like skyrocketing with matches now, he reckons.
Oh, God.
Like, is that a bad thing to do?
I think it is
morally,
lying.
I'd say
it is
yes.
definitely lying.
I'd say morally, yes. They're looking for someone who's not 28. He is 28. So he's technically lying to them off the bat. Not a good way to start a relationship.
Not a great way.
To be fair, most people aren't. I'd actually use, like, that one story was an exception for me. I'd usually end up dating these girls that I met. I never really used it for a one-night
What's the longest like girlfriend off Tinder you've had?
3 or 4 months.
That's decent.
To be fair, I haven't had a long-term relationship since I was in high school.
That's decent. Cool.
That's decent.
we're gonna push forward. We're gonna move on.
No worries.
I wanted to talk to you all.
Are we doing the email?
Oh, okay. You want? Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Oh,
do the
wait.
email.
Yeah.
Or did you want to do your topic first?
No, let's do the email because I don't really like my topic, to be totally honest. So this is better. And if we never get back to me, that's totally fine.
That's
And
good.
If any of the listeners out there want to write us an email,
No.
you can reach us at
GoK Q&A.
That's GoK Quanda.
Quanda without the U because it's like Qantas. Have you ever got Qantas, the Australian airline? No U.
No U.
So it's Quanda.
Quanda.
GOK
Qanda.
Hey. At
gmail.com.
That's right, Jai.
where this is a good one. I can feel it.
I can feel it in my balls.
So I want to put out a little disclaimer before I read this one out. This email was sent to us by someone who I'm not really a fan of. They might be a fan of us. I'm not a fan of them. And they didn't sign off with a little tag, like a name for themselves.
Like a coward.
That's
I'm
how much
gonna
they
call
don't
them,
like you guys.
I'm going to call them the Lonely Bigot.
That's unfair.
That is.
Now you're already putting
Well,
that.
no. Before
You're already
you
putting
speak,
that idea into your listeners' heads before we even hear the.
It's biased.
and
That's what it is.
before I read it, I want to say we accept all sexualities on this show. All sexual preferences, nothing. That's all fine with us.
Have you had anybody from the gay community on your show before?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, that sounds like
But we
discrimination.
may.
We
You
might.
don't know. We may, and I'm open
I would
to
like
it.
to see it. I'm petitioning for
I'd
it.
actually love that. And I'd like to go so far as to say I'll take any of our fans in my bed right now. just to show
Man
that-
or woman, I don't care.
Whatever
So
your
let's
orientation.
before you pass judgment on my judgment passing, let me just read this for you.
All right, everyone.
And I'm
going to
read this the way I think it was written.
Keep an open mind.
What up? I'm going to read this email the way I believe it to be written, with a lot of hate. A lot of hate and loneliness in their hearts.
And bile.
What up, fags?
That was already a pretty solid start.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not a fan of this fan. And if this fan is listening, don't listen. What up, fags? I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. After listening to you guys riff for the past few months, it's become apparent that both of you are severely underachieving in life.
Shit.
I know, it's really fucking harsh. I was like, are you a fan or what? I was wondering what you guys all wanted to become when you were growing up. Also, Khayl, your love for interracial porn is just wrong. I hope we never have to meet either of you in real life.
Oh,
Peace
Jesus,
and
dude.
sa dudes.
I thought he said he was a fucking long time fan.
That's what I'm not. This is why.
No, he
This
said long-time listener, I think.
Oh, okay.
long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Idiot. First of all, you're not calling. You're writing a fucking.
It's kind of
email.
funny. I
I'm
think it's
completely
actually
on this guy's side.
You would be. You bigot.
You guys deserve
First
to
of
be
all-
brought down a little
First of all, there's nothing wrong between the love between a man of darker skin with a woman with
Oh,
pale
on the
hair.
interracial porn.
Yeah,
thing.
it's beautiful, alright?
Jesus, I bet there's a subreddit like that you would definitely subscribe to.
I would like to point out, I don't know where I heard this fact, but I believe it to be true, that the pairing between an Asian man and a white woman is the least common in the world.
Is that right?
That's
Is
right.
that a cultural thing with Asian men, or do you know? Is
I
there a
don't know.
reasoning behind this?
No, I'm just
Just a-
speculating,
just a-
throwing a wild
Some
fact
sort of
up.
random fact.
You guys
Yeah.
are totally just glazing over the question of how much you're underachieving in life.
I will...
It says the guy emailing these underachievers. Loser.
Well, I appreciate your email, actually.
I
I'm-
appreciate the listen because that gives us statistics. I
I'm
like
very
that.
egotistical, and just the fact that someone's talking about me, I'm kind of
Yeah,
actually
you're into
happy.
it.
I
really.
I strongly disagree with the offensive terms used in the email.
They were playful, I think.
I think I'm somewhat playful.
It didn't feel playful. It felt really aggressive. And as we've said it before, racism and bigotry is all about what's behind the words, you know? It's not you just saying them, it's what's meant by them, you know?
Sorry, what was the question again?
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Ah,
Or when you grow up, when you were a kid?
Still like a pretty decent question, even if it came from a hateful
it was
soul.
sort of like a nugget of gold wrapped in a shitty outer layer, like a layer of shit.
Who wants to go first? But seriously, that was a fucked up email.
Honestly,
And don't email again, thank you.
I think I always just wanted to do something with video games, and I suppose now that we
when you were a
podcast-
kid?
yeah,
Really? That's
always, yeah. I was like, I can't believe people get paid. In my mind, I had a very different idea of what, being a beta tester for a video game company is a really shitty job. But in my mind,
what is it? Q&A.
yeah, in my
Ugh.
mind, I was like, I can't believe people get paid to play games.
Oh, whoa. Q&A.
Yeah,
It's-
the
I actually got it
Q&A.
wrong. It's QA. Quality
Well.
assurance, not quality. And I guess it could be, but it's not.
Well, but now, of course, Govinda and I host the PS Podcast,
Oh, yeah.
Australia's.
Have I mentioned how much you guys plug yourselves?
We have to, dude.
Everything.
Dude,
You
we
obviously
have to.
don't know the art of podcasting, so we're just going to pretend you didn't say that.
I want to be massive, dude. I want to
Leave
be
your
big.
plugs till the end, boys.
I kind of just slip it in wherever
No,
I can.
because there's a statistic that a lot of people won't actually go through an entire episode.
It's very true. It's very true.
So
most
you've
people
got to
are
try
probably-
and get yourself around the start, around the middle, and around the end.
So we may have started with 12 listeners, and now we're down to maybe 3 by now.
Well-
we're not going to divulge numbers, but there's actually a lot more than 12, and I resent that.
So yeah, I never really had any professional aspirations. I guess I love history. At one point, I wanted to be an archaeologist.
You do love history.
I still study it, so I guess I'm doing that. But I don't know. Something in the video game industry is what
But history is a tough one to do as a job, unless you end up being a teacher.
And also,
Because then you got to be just an academic. And
I think
sucks.
in my mind I would be Indiana Jones, and that's not really a job.
No, that's not a job.
To be fair, I was 8.
Does Indiana Jones make money?
Well, he was the doctor.
Well, I think the idea, he worked at the university to make money, but I also think the idea is that he brings artifacts back and gets paid for them.
Sells them on the black market.
But then, did he ever bring anything back?
Dun, 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 dun.
He always ends up not bringing...
Dun,
sorry.
dun.
Shh, I gotta cut you off. Copyright strikes, dude?
I don't know. It was spot on.
As long as it's less than 15 seconds, you're good.
Oh,
so I can
Yeah.
I can take it
Fuck
again.
yeah. Of anything?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I know on SoundCloud, if you go over 15 seconds, they'll pull you down. I think it's the same
Oh,
for
that's
everything.
great. You can just do a medley of different songs
You could.
for 14 and a half seconds each.
Yeah.
I'm actually a really good singer. You could give me any song and I could just sing it for you. Right now.
What did you want to be, Jai?
Yeah, a little bit like Khayl. I didn't really have many aspirations to an actual regular career that most people have. But I just grew up playing soccer, so I was like, oh yeah, being a professional soccer player.
That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be pretty chill.
Just Beckham.
And then that eventually turned into me snowboarding and skateboarding and being I could do this professionally, even though I was nowhere near
The skills, the mind was there, the skill just
I
didn't
had
catch up.
not even 1% of the skill needed to do either of those things.
The mind is willing, but the flesh is weak.
That's fair.
But yeah, and then I just somehow landed into actually a pretty sweet profession. I'm
fell
doing
into
it. Just fell into it.
Piece of shit. People.
3 years ago, I had nothing going on.
You're
And
a
now
video
I'm
editor, that
flying
is
to
right.
Hawaii in 6 hours from now.
To just get flown back in 3 days.
3
That's
days.
how bad they need you there, Jai.
That's beautiful.
They're going to
That's
spend
beautiful.
like $6,000 just to fly you there and back.
Yep.
Nah, maybe not that much. Just return ticket.
Probably like
Two and a bit?
15 to 1800 maybe.
Yeah. That's chill.
That's true.
If you need like a lackey or like a roadie or something, because I'd be back for the next week's podcast.
Dude, take me instead, but not him. Because
I actually have some knowledge in editing, so
I'm sort of a funny
you know,
guy.
like I could dump your rushes, sync some sound.
I don't know what that means, but I'm chill. I'm really chill.
That's why I threw around a bit of jargon so I could get on there.
I'll throw your name out there.
Yeah, just you know, look, if there's anything coming up, just let me know.
Alright.
I'm cheap as shit, man.
Govinda,
I'm
as
cheap.
long as you
for
remember that the podcast owns you, and you will be here, and this is your first
I'm
priority.
telling you right now, if the World Surf League offered me a job editing, I would dump this in a
So crass,
second.
dude. Don't drop that name on this shit heap of a podcast.
What did I want to be? I don't even know. I think there was a point where I wanted to be like an actor.
Oh, that would fucking
I was
suck.
actually I was in an ad in high school. I was in a
Actually, you're
few.
pretty good in drama too. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that was fun. I always,
Your monologue as Gollum still haunts me. to
yeah,
this
yeah,
day.
good. It haunts you because I was wearing a loincloth.
And were you wearing like a bald cap?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay.
No, just the loincloth.
Why do I think that?
I also did a really expert Hamlet monologue in grade 12. I actually crushed it, and I love it because my teacher, I would just fuck up like in class. Like I wouldn't do my rehearsal or whatever they wanted me to be
You're
doing.
a dickling.
So I was a bit of a dickling, and my teacher came up to me, and she loved me, but she also was a bitch. And she came and shout out to Miss Cole. And
Oh, dude, that's not cool.
she came up to me one day and was like, "You're gonna fail," because he had to do, I think it was 2 monologues back to back. And she was like, you haven't done anything, and you're going to come in next week and you're going to fail your final year 12 assessment. And then I just went home and just figured it out. Came in, A+, motherfucker.
Oh,
Suck that, Miss
I
Cole.
pretty much finished one of the monologues and just went, douche, and dropped the mic.
Where are you now, Miss Cole?
Co.
I don't know.
You didn't remember, you weren't there maybe.
No, I'd well
dropped
dropped
out.
out by that point.
Gave up on that shit.
I didn't need drama, bro. I grew up on the hard
I think I've
street-
said this to you before, but I secretly wish that I dropped out too.
You have, last week. Maybe
Because,
it's the week
like,
before.
I think it was a good idea.
Well,
Like, it was 6 months of your life to do an extra bridging course to get into
and
uni.
look, we've ended up at the same fucking table.
Exactly.
Like,
I did a fucking arts degree that got me nowhere. Nah, it's actually not true. I'm doing a little bit of stuff, but not much.
wait until we do a video podcast, bro.
Nothing's better than putting an invoice out there and then kind of like needing it and then getting it. Like getting an invoice is seriously like the best days.
it is just a
Well,
big
not-
lump sum of money. Just boom.
Your lump sums are a lot bigger than like your lump sums cover me for an entire year. My lump sums cover me for like a month.
This is a crass discussion. Crass.
Talking about money. How much
Yeah.
money do you make a year?
Enough to buy that sweet, sweet gaming PC you saw upstairs.
yeah, and all this equipment we're talking into.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, really, you make so much more money than me. It's
You guys,
disgusting.
okay, you guys get the big sums. I got a steady paycheck.
No, I
right?
wish. I'm working on it. I just need them to fucking call me already. Yeah. I think I wanted to be an actor. I was in an ad. Do you remember like the ages, like in the early 90s, those banana ads? And it was like, banana, na, 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 na,
Oh my
na, na,
God.
na. I was in like an updated version of that ad in like 2003,
Can we
2004.
please find this? For
No,
the
I've
Twitter account?
actually tried before. I can't find. I've never seen it, and I can't find it.
Let me Google it later.
But I think I was maybe like in year 9, maybe, and I got it, and I think it was just for international markets, so it just went straight to like Taiwan and shit.
Did you
Oh,
get
that's
paid for it?
amazing.
Oh yeah, I got like $1,000 for it at like 13. It was amazing.
Your parents spent it all.
No, I got the money.
You got it straight up.
Mum didn't fuck me. Hey mom, I'd like a cigarette before I get fucked.
It's a cigarette after.
I know, I said it and instantly regretted it. I was hoping you just let it slide, but
That is. I wish I could see that ad.
I do too. I honestly think it would be hilarious.
There was a Noosa Village shopping center advertisement one day. I just remember going in there, like near Dan Murphy's,
Yeah,
And
everyone
there
knows.
were-
Hey, all listeners,
Yeah,
you know where
anyway,
Joy Murphy's is. You know what
supermarket.
it is.
There were cameras there. I was like 9 years old at
It's
the time.
it's a liquor store.
And I just walked through there, but then like I saw the ad come out, and you could like kind of just see me walking down on the back corner. It was like a big high angle with like kind of 50 people in frame.
And you didn't get paid.
I didn't get paid.
Oh,
dude.
dude.
Didn't get paid.
Real quick,